Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Whether you're tuning in on the radio dial here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM, we welcome you all back to our program. Also, those tuning in through our online affiliates around the world, including our good friends at iHeartRadio. We're glad that you all could join us as well. We're excited to welcome New England Patriot and literary advocate Malcolm Mitchell to our program today. He has a great new book that's out now that I know you all will really enjoy, not only for your kids, but also I think is a great reminder for all of us about the power of books. It's called The Magician's Hat. We'll talk to Malcolm not only about his own love of reading, but what it's been like for him to share that with audiences and to be able to see the response to the new book. Malcolm, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. I'm excited to be on today.
Hey, man, the pleasure's definitely all mine. I've already shared my review on Amazon.com, and we'll be letting our audience know at the end of our segment how they can get the book for themselves. As I said, the book is literally just out, Malcolm, but, you know, the responses have already been coming in of people appreciating the message of the book. What has that been like for you as a longtime advocate of reading? What has it been like for you to see the response?
It's magical, you know. Going and pushing the message that reading is important has been something I've been doing since my sophomore year in college. And now having The Magician's Hat published through Scholastic is, truly a dream come true, which further pushes the message inside the book that, reading can truly help you accomplish your goals, because that's exactly what it's still doing for me today.
Right. I totally agree with that. And what I love about the book, too, Malcolm, and I'll talk around this so I don't spoil it for those who have not read it yet, I think this book is a great reminder for all ages because, I think a lot of us, we might grow up thinking that we can be, a doctor, a fireman, and Superman all at the same time. But as life happens to us, right, we realize that, okay, people want you to kind of focus on one thing, that it's not going to happen that easy. Do you hope that this book reminds us adults as well about the power of dreaming and the power of believing in ourselves?
My goal is to inspire, anyone, specifically kids with this book to pick up books and allow them to truly take you on a magical experience, to motivate you, to inspire you. And if an adult reads this book and gets the same message out of it, that makes me even more happy. So thank you for even saying that.
Right. Well, I think, especially as we're sharing, and I know this week in particular with Read Across America, I'm going to be reading the book tomorrow to a group of kids here in Jackson, Mississippi, and, that's one of the things that definitely will be stressing. Oh, definitely. And that's one of the things I'll be stressing with them about, that books can take them anywhere. When did you realize that for yourself, Malcolm, the power of books in your life?
I'll tell you the first time it really hit me. 2013, I suffered an ACL in college. I played football at the University of Georgia. And the next day I picked up The Hunger Games. And that book took me to a whole new place. And for the hour and a half that I was reading the book, I completely forgot about the adversity that I was dealing with from the field. And that's when I learned that reading was more than just looking at words on a page. It was truly a magical experience that could help you escape and take you to new places on new adventures. And once that happened to me, it became very, very, very important that I spread the power of reading and the message that books can help you accomplish goals.
Right. For sure. I think that is so true. And I think, you have been living proof of that for so many people, and you have such a public platform, Malcolm, I think that really allows you to be able to showcase this in a big way. Has that always been an important thing for you, to use the spotlight that is on you to bring attention to things like reading that matter to you?
I think I've been placed in a very fortunate situation. I'm very blessed with certain abilities that allow me to accomplish goals, on the football field. But with that, I think it's important that I truly, send a message that, can help kids throughout life. Because scoring a touchdown is phenomenal. It's great. I love everyone that I get, and I'm going to try to get a ton more. But sending a message that kids can hold on to for eternity is something that I want to do through my writing and advocacy for reading.
Right. And I think that's exactly what you've been able to do. I want to say, for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome New England Patriot and literary advocate Malcolm Mitchell to our program today. Malcolm is celebrating the release of his brand new book that's out now called The Magician's Hat. And I want to talk to you about the story for a moment, Malcolm, because, as in life, there are some individuals who are a little bit more jaded than others. We find one of those individuals in the book that tries to stump the magician. I'll kind of say that to kind of tease our audience a bit, and he ends up being surprised by what he expects. I mean, is that also one of the things you hope comes out of this, is that people are surprised as to where books can take them?
There's a book out there for everyone. Some people don't like certain books, and that's completely understandable. But there's a book out there somewhere for you specifically that can help you overcome whatever you're going through and help inspire you to truly reach for your dreams. In the book, there's a character that is the antagonist. He is trying to prove that the magician is wrong, but he finds out that the magic is truly within himself, and that's how the book is created specifically for him.
Right. And I think that's it. And I think that's the big thing for so many of us. Another thing that impressed me so much, Malcolm, that I know our Mississippi audience will appreciate, in 2006, I began Mississippi's first co-ed book club called Conversations Book Club. And we bring men and women together each month to be able to discuss books and have great conversations and even have conference calls with the authors. I think that's one of the big things that's also so important for young boys to realize, is that, reading can be a cool thing. Even though most book clubs tend to, the trend more female, that it's cool to be able for guys to be able to discuss books too. Do you hope that's also something that comes out of this?
Yes, because I'm a firm believer in book clubs. Actually, I'm in one myself. So I really do hope young males understand that reading can be cool, and educating yourself can be cool also. I'm an athlete, and that's great, but I also think it's extremely important to read and to make sure you educate yourself so you can take advantage of all the opportunities that will come to you in life.
For sure. And I think that is one of the big things for sure. I mean, talk to us about the writing of The Magician's Hat. I mean, many of us are just learning about it this year. This is a story that's been with you, though, even before we were able to now be able to read it. How did this book initially come to you that you had set this whole world around books?
Once I really immersed in books, it began to reshape the way I viewed the world. It opened my mind to embrace new experiences. And once I saw how books were beginning to change my life in such a positive way, it became very important to me that all kids understand the importance of it. Because every kid won't be able to play professional sports, but I want them to have the same opportunity to become the best they can possibly be. And I saw how reading was doing that for me. And The Magician's Hat is a book that came from that experience, that I want to show kids that reading can truly help you make your dreams come reality. And that's what it did for me with even the publication of The Magician's Hat, because that is a dream come true that came from reading a ton of books. So the book is actually an example of the message that I'm trying to send within.
I have to tell you one thing that I really appreciate, Malcolm, as someone who's very involved in one of our local libraries here, the Pearl Public Library in Pearl, Mississippi, where our book club meets, is that it really shows that you can create some fun things around the library. The library, of course, these days we hear, more kids are going in there to use the computers and checking out books a lot of times. Is this something that you also hope that we adults, as we're kind of looking at this book, and that's one thing that I loved about the way the book begins, where there's this fun day at the library with all these events, that we kind of find interesting ways that we can engage kids at the library? The library is a very magical place. It's filled with thousands and thousands of books. I actually spend my time reading majority at bookstores, libraries, and wherever I can be surrounded by books. So that's why having the library inside the book was extremely important, because I think if you surround yourself by books, you're more likely to pick them up and truly enjoy what's within. Yeah. think that's it. And then the last thing I'll mention about the Magician's Hat that I appreciate, Malcolm, is the fact that, it kind of allows you to realize that books can take you anywhere, even before you physically get there. I remember reading V.C. Andrews, who, of course, everyone knows, I believe, because of Flowers in the Attic, but she talked about, for herself growing up, that she would go to the library as a kid and check out, a lot of books, and they would take her to places that she would then be able to visit as an adult later on. And I think that is, again, the power that is so important for young people in particular, but for all of us to realize that power is literally can be right in our hand, if we're willing to pick up a book. For those who are just hearing about the book, The Magician's Hat, Malcolm, what is your hope when they finish it, when they're able to finish it either at home or at a school where I'm going to be, or even the group with their friends? When they finish the book, what is the overall message you want them to take away?
The overall message I would love for people to take away after they read The Magician's Hat is that reading is a tool that can help everyone reach their full potential. Reading is a tool that can help everyone accomplish their dreams. Reading is truly a magical experience, and books can take you anywhere you want to go. They can help you be anything you want to be. They can help you accomplish any goal that you set for yourself.
Sure. The last thing I want to discuss with you before we let you go, Malcolm, and we remind our audience how they can get the book. Talk to us about, I know that you are, of course, on social media, but you also have Read with Malcolm. Talk to our audience about what that's about and what they can expect there on the website. Yes,
Read with Malcolm is a set of programs that I created to promote literacy and introduce book ownership. I go into schools and do pep rallies for reading. We call them reading rallies. And it's just a high-energy, hour-long experience talking about the importance of reading and having fun. Every kid leaves with a copy of The Magician's Hat, and that's funded through my Share the Magic Foundation. And we just make sure that we introduce book ownership and also get kids to understand that reading can be cool. And hopefully by the time they leave, it inspires them to open up a book and give reading a chance. Awesome.
So we definitely invite our audience to go to www.readwithmalcolm.com. Read with Malcolm is also all over social media, especially on Twitter and Instagram, so make sure you all are staying connected with that. Again, everyone, Malcolm Mitchell has been our guest. You know him, of course, being a part of the New England Patriots, but also he's a literary advocate and the author of the book, The Magician's Hat. It's available, as I mentioned, through our friends at Amazon.com or through your favorite bookstore or your favorite library. If they don't have it, they'll be more than glad to order it for you, so make sure you all do ask them. And as I said, make sure you all are staying connected with Malcolm through www.readwithmalcolm.com. And Malcolm, congratulations to you again on the really appreciate this time and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. I'd love to speak again.
All right, and we'll definitely have that happen. We thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in the conversation with Malcolm, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site, so head over to facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go to twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.